What's going on, guys? So we are out here in Elkhart, Indiana at the dealer open house event. This is essentially where dealers come to look at the new product lines that they plan on carrying for the 2025 model year. I pulled myself away from all of the RVs to get into a much more conditioned space where it's not wet and nasty outside. And this is where all of the suppliers and vendors and companies that make parts and equipment for the RV industry, this is really where they come to look at everything. I mean, they have all this stuff set up. In front of me, you are looking at a brand that you may or may not be familiar with. It's called Fogatti, and it is becoming more and more popular on the OEM side. So you're seeing more of their equipment inside of RVs. If you walk dealership lots, you might see their on-demand water heater. You may see some of their kitchen supplies, things like that. But what really pulled me here today is what you're looking at in front of you. Not so much that, but that. Let's talk about it. Hang tight, I'll be right back. So what you were looking at in front of you is a air conditioning unit, right? I mean, nothing super special about that until you realize that it's a portable mini split air conditioner. Check this out. Now, I have no idea what this thing costs, what it goes for. I did find out that eTrailer, my official channel sponsor, does carry Fogatti products. So hopefully they'll pick this thing up if it works as well as they claim. So I have the paperwork here. And what it is it is a portable air conditioner, Instacool Go Split. I've never seen a mini split that's portable. This is really cool. I got my new buddy here. What was your name again?
Javon.
I got Javon, who's representing Fogatti as well. This is brand new. This is really cool. This is new to the market.
So it is brand new, and as you know, you've probably seen this. The overland market is taking off. People are wanting to be off-grid, independent. They love their freedom. The only drawback to that is the fact that sometimes you can't get traditional appliances in there. So you're seeing a lot of mobile appliances. So as we go through the different products, not only do we have the air conditioner, we also have an instant shower. So you're gonna have hot water instantly, portable, and then you're gonna have your cooling system as well. This is gonna be your split system, as you mentioned, but you're also gonna have your portable system in case you have a smaller unit. As you know, when they're going off the grid, it all depends how light you're gonna be. You wanna have something that's lightweight. So a lot of these guys that are going out there are gonna have crawlers, they're gonna have teardrops, they're gonna have tent trailers. That's what this is specifically made for, is having that extra space for you. Also, there's still a lot of people that are camping in tents. That's where we're going. We're going after that market that's not been really sought after, and just giving them more appliances and more comfort as they travel in the wilderness, overlanding, off-grid, and are remote.
Very cool. And we'll look at some of the other stuff here in a second, but this right here is essentially a battery-powered portable air conditioner. I featured a couple of them on my channel from different manufacturers. They're pretty cool, pun intended. They work okay. They don't pump a ton of air out, and typically on the back, you're gonna have both the air that exits out of the back, your hot air, as well as the air coming in, which would be your return air. This right here is so special to me, even though it's not battery powered. I'm looking at the paperwork here. It runs off of 110, 120 volt, 6,500 BTUs. That's pretty dang awesome. 45.2 pounds, 52 dB. That's super, super low. Uses R13 refrigerant. From a power output perspective, all of this stuff doesn't give me a heck of a lot, other than the fact that cooling capacity is 100 square feet. So this is going to be perfect for a lot of folks that maybe have an RV with a bunkhouse in the back. The AC unit just doesn't pump enough cold air into it, and you want to have a really convenient way to run a system that can plug into a wall outlet.
Amen.
And add AC. That's cool. You could technically get multiple of these in an RV for that bunkhouse, that front bedroom. There's so many people who have bought RVs that only have one AC in it, and it ain't getting cooler outside.
No, it ain't. Especially if you're in Texas, somewhere down south, you want a little bit more.
So you look at the cost of installing a second AC on top, but even then, sometimes it's not practical because of the place that you put it may not be where you need it. There's so many units that have bunkhouses. My Surveyor has 2 bunks in the back. Just don't get a lot of air circulation back there, so we end up pointing fans from the AC into that space to try to cool it. Throw one of these in the window, get this running outside to your split unit. You'd have to kind of figure out if that's enough length to get it where you want it to go, but I really think that this is a brilliant take. Now, again, my only concern here would be the length of this cable, because this obviously is going to be for your coolant to go in and to come back. And I'm going to want to test this out. So I'm going to see if I can get a sample of one of these. I really want to see how effective it is and efficient, but that is definitely a cool product, and that definitely drew me over here. But you got other stuff to look at.
Oh yeah, we're coming out with a brand new line of appliances. So come over here, let's check them out. Looks like people are already taking a look.
Okay, so what are we looking at right now?
So right here we have a brand new range, and we are going to have our cast iron on the top, and there's a special part to this range. This is going to be a air fryer. So not only is it going to be a nice range on the top with your 3 burners, you're going to have an air fryer, which I love using air fryers. I mean, once air fryers came into the industry, I do nothing but air fry my food. I do chicken, I do potatoes, and it just takes minutes to get that done. Yep. So you know, it is an amazing thing to have.
I also heard them mention that this is electric down here.
It is
so
electric.
You have gas
so
up
we
top,
have gas.
You have an electric oven with air frying capability.
Yes,
so it's kind of like a convection oven below. That is really cool. And that's kind of a first. I haven't seen that. Typically, you deal with gas on top, and then you have to ignite your little pilot flame down there, and you're running gas. And the problem is that flame is usually running all the time using your propane,
Amen.
even when you're not using your oven. So to have an electric oven, that's pretty awesome.
Another item that I'm super excited about is going to be this induction cooktop. And not only do we have your typical traditional induction cooktop, we're also going to have a hybrid. So
now that's cool.
Now you're going to be able to use gas if you want to use gas. You're also going to be able to use your induction if you want to use induction.
So the value of this, so people are aware, is that induction in many ways, it uses less power. It's
Correct.
not going to be dangerously hot if you touch it when it's on. You do have to use the right type of cookware for it to work properly, and most of the time you flip the pan upside down, you'll see if it's induction compatible. But the cool factor here with this is I can use propane if propane's available. If I'm running out of propane, or if perhaps I need to use the furnace in the RV and I want to use my heater and I really don't want to use propane to cook, I have the option to cook with induction. The key here ultimately is that if you're connected to shore power, or you have a power system inside of your RV that's capable of running this, that's really where induction's going to come in handy. Gas is going to come in handy if you want to use gas. I love having the option, and with RVing, it's all about options.
It is.
It's all about having that capability of using the type of technology you want to use, understanding what resources may be available to power the induction side and what resources may be available to power the gas side. Oh, that's cool. So this is a griddle top.
Yes.
And they're showing you the guts also with gas. So a little bigger setup. This is definitely a cooktop environment. You're not seeing any stoves or anything, or an oven beneath it, but that is really, really cool. Now, let's go take a quick glance at some of the traditional stuff that people might be familiar with when you buy an RV that comes equipped with Fogatti appliances.
Let's do it.
Okay, so now we've moved to the water heater section, and this is typically where people are going to see this brand possibly on the side of the RV they just bought. Over here are your traditional tank water heaters, where it actually stores the water in a tank, usually like a 5 or a 10 gallon tank. It heats it up, then it uses it like a traditional water heater. Right here is their tankless water heater, the InstaShower 9 Pro. This thing cycles through about 1.2 to 1.5 gallons per minute, so it's very efficient from that standpoint. 62,000 BTU. That is really, really good. So this thing creates a lot of hot water, man.
Amen to that. You got it. Yes,
hey, my channel sponsor carries this stuff, so I got to know a little bit about it.
And they should be carrying the next one, which is going to be the Westinghouse. So traditionally, we have the Fogatti brand. We're also going to be adding the Westinghouse brand. So that's something that your channel sponsor will be carrying pretty soon.
Very, very cool. Hey, man, I really appreciate the time. Thank you so much. It's great coming out here, seeing some of the new technology innovations and really cool things that just kind of stand out that a lot of people may not be aware of is coming to the market. That's cool. Can't wait to test it, see how efficient it is. Thank you again, brother.
Thank you, my man. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. Guys, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.